Hi everybody, welcome back. And I started my antique baby, which is of me. So it's kind of like I'm doing a custom for myself, and it's a portrait baby because I only have one picture to go by that I have. But here's her body. She's all fluffed because I wanted. I've done a couple of videos of my antique haul. I'll link. And I wanted to put her together just so I could see how big she was going to be and what she looked like. So I did that. We will put that aside and we will start. I need to get a cushion out. I'm not real prepared. But I want to walk you through the process of how I'm going to do this, because it is my first one. And I buy the puppy training pads because they work good. I fold it in half because that's the area that I need. And we will move everything kind of out of the way because we're going to do this kind of step by step and making sure that nothing's in the way. And so here's her head. I've already washed her. She's all good and everything and all set to go. And I gotta look at some pictures of her. Hold on, guys. So here's her head, and her limbs are right here and right here. And you wouldn't think this would take very long with it. You just got 4 pieces, but it does. It's probably gonna take me, I would say, depending on how often I can come down here. If I could come down here every day and work for a few hours, I'd probably get her done in about a week, probably. But I'm thinking it's going to be at least that, but up to probably 2 weeks. I don't know how often I'll be able to come down and work on her, but we'll see. This is a 2014 kit, and it's Libby. And this is numbered J, I don't know if it's an O, 614. So I don't know how many they did, but she's 614. So anyways, you're going to need a little dish or whatever. You're going to need some sponges. I'm using these little teeny ones because I have a bunch of them, and I don't like them. I like the bigger ones better, so I use, for my adding my sealant, which is, I use the glass and tile medium, and it helps the acrylic adhere to the to this. So I use this. A lot of people don't like it, and it says the paint peels. You've seen Tanner and you've seen Bella. The paint is not peeling. It is not coming off. So I only have a little bit left in this bottle, and this is my first bottle that I bought, and it's over a year old now, and I ordered another 6-pack of these. One bottle I've done all the babies. See, I've done 3 preemies, Bella, Tanner, the Behringer doll. What's that, 6? About 6 dolls with 1 bottle. So that's pretty good. It's come a long way. And there's a little bit left in here. I don't know if I'll probably use all of this because this is a big kit. If I don't, not a big deal. It has a little bit of a smell to it, but not bad. So you want to make sure it's all washed and dried, and it is. And she's got like dimples all through her head here. And in person you can see it. I don't know if you guys can you can kind of see the dimples in her head. And it's an older baby, so she doesn't really have that soft spot on the top. But you're going to get all the stuff off of it. And you're going to dip your little sponge. You rip off the end. It's going to make like a little texture looking. And you're going to pounce this all over the kit. And to get into the nooks and crannies, and there's a bunch of them on this kit, you can use like a Q-tip or whatever to put this all on. But I put this all on. You can tell where you've been. You can't tell on the video. Well, you might be able to tell after a little bit here. And you don't want a lot bunched up into these crevices because that will peel. That's what happened with Tanner when I had to redo him, is I didn't pay attention to the pooling inside the crevices and stuff, and you don't want that. So I make sure when I put this on that I do it, especially in the ears, behind the ears, in the crevices, all the crevices and stuff. I get a Q-tip and get that out. Make sure that it's in there really good. So you might hear the girls in the background. Ariel has her friend Emma over, and they're down here in the nursery, and they're changing the babies, changing some of the babies anyway. But they pick and choose what ones they want to be with. And Ariel's really good with them. She knows how to handle them. And Emma's been really good with them. She knows how to handle them. So, otherwise I bark at them. But they do really good. So, and Ariel has done a few videos. She calls it her channel, but she has a playlist on our channel here. Several different playlists. And so, she's got several videos coming that she's done and gonna do. I've been on her about a couple of them that she needs to do for me. So, and she's a really good filmer. And sometimes she has Emma help her. Sometimes she's home here by herself and she's bored. I said, you need to go do that video for me. So, my arm's already tired. I haven't even gotten all the way through the head yet. So you kind of want it thin, but not too thin. So I'm going to do this all the way around her face. I figured I'd get going on this. I've had her for, over a couple months now. It's time to get her done. I'm a little nervous about it because a lot of the painting I've done through tutorials for a certain look. And I'm on my own with this one. From what I've learned, I need to figure out the skin tones. There's got to be a way to figure different skin tones. I know the darker babies, you know, which I probably will never do. I'm not that confident that I could do that. And I have a fit when I get them too dark as it is. I can't imagine. But this is of me. And in my picture, I'm pretty light complected, like with a pinkish hint. So, and my cheeks are always red. See, they're red now. And in my picture here, I'm red. So doing the red cheeks, it's more like, it's not red, and it's not really, it's kind of a rosy color. So I think I can figure that part out. But as far as the skin tone goes, I'm not like tan olive skinned. I'm more pale reddish skin tone. So I got to figure out how to do that. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna figure it out. And I want to put this. I got to do this part first. Then after this part, I put a layer of, like if this kit was like a peachy colored, you'd have to down, you know, make it look more tannish looking, you know. But I don't have to do that with this kit. This kit's really light colored, which is good, I guess. And I don't know if you can see how wet it is. So you can see the shine. So make sure you get inside her nose. And I try to do this. I do this part kind of slow because I want to make sure I get every crevice that there is. And I know I didn't do down here very well. You just got to make sure that when you get behind the ears, otherwise the paint won't stick. And after this part, okay, I think she's good now. Got her ears and underneath her chin and all that done. Okay. And, okay. So you put her up here, put her head up here to rest. And then we'll get her leg. I saved the ends for when I need to do this again, or if I need to add a different color. Look at her little toes, it's so cute. So this is the beginning stages, and it takes, I let this dry overnight, and sometimes I will do another layer of it, but I don't think I'm gonna with this one. I'll just do this first layer. I probably should have done her feet first, but and she's way cute. I can't wait to do this. She's a big girl. This kit's big. I mean, she wears, Ariel, what size clothes did we end up thinking?
3 to 6.
3 to 6 months clothes. She's big. I don't think we don't have a doll this big. All the dolls that we have, I mean, she has Brie and stuff, and she's bigger, and she wears 3-month sizes. But this little gal here, she's a chunk. She's way chunky. I want to make sure we get into these crevices really good. And so that's what we're going to do, is get this done. This kind of has a weird smell to it. It kind of smells, I have a thing about smells. So this kind of smells kind of musty smelling. Not like mold, but like musty. Dampish. I don't know. It's kind of gross. But it's not overwhelming or anything by that means. It just has a smell to it. And a lot of people probably don't care what it smells like. Make sure you get in the toes, the crevices of these toes. And so this will probably take me about half hour maybe to get all this done right here. Depending. You don't want to miss anything, and you don't want to and I wear a glove on this hand holding the vinyl. I mean, if it's for somebody else, definitely, because you have oils on your hands and you don't want that on the kit because it will make it so the paint might not stick or whatnot. So I don't take that chance. I've already been there, done that, and I don't want to do it again. It sucked. Okay, I think I got the crevices pretty good. To make sure there's nothing built up in there. And then put that on here to dry. I have a little fan over here too that I can, if I don't want to wait and I really want to work on her, you know, eventually, if I just want to sit down here and do 3 or 4 layers or whatever, I'll put this fan on it so it'll dry. And it's already cool down here, and it should dry fairly quickly. But you got to let this cure for, I think it says 24 hours, but I don't wait 2 days. If it's not sticky, when I come down here and touch it tomorrow, I can start painting, which is exciting. And you can have many layers depending on the skin, what you're doing. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm still learning. I don't have an artist that lives near me I could take lessons from, which would be awesome if there was. To learn. I think I got this part down and the technique pretty much down. It's just a matter of mixing the paint to get the color that you need for realism, to make it look real. That's where the struggle is, I think. Once you know how to pat this on and know the system, you know, what you got to do first and all of that, then it's pretty easy. What's hard is you got a blank canvas and you got to make it work. And I have 2 sponges here because usually when you do the head, I do 1 sponge, and then the limbs I do another sponge. But I'm going to see how far I can get with this one. I might be able to do the whole thing. But usually I get 2 of them ready, just so that I have 2 of them. You don't want bumps and lumps and all that good stuff. And her feet are kind of got wrinklies on them, just like my hands. I've always had old lady hands. Always been wrinkly and dry, and same with my feet, and that's what hers looks like. I can't believe this kit looks so much like me as a baby. I mean, up to the curling of the toes and the way the hands are, it's almost identical. It's amazing. It's like, okay, did she find my baby picture somewhere? And that's the thing, you know, you do, you know, somebody will come to you and say, hey, can you do a doll to make it look like my baby? And what you do is you look for a kit with similar features. And that's all you can do. You're not going to find them identical, but you can find similar things. Like, that's how I found this one. It's like I needed fat cheeks and small up here, because that's how my face is, and that's how it is in that picture. So I've been looking and looking and looking, and then one day in Bountiful Baby, I found my kit. And I'm like, well, if she looks like this in person, we'll see. I bought it just to see, and if it didn't, I would just do her and, excuse me, sell her, you know. But yeah, I was amazed, and was amazed on how big she was. So she's definitely, oops, big. And then if you drop it, try not to, but if you do, just go back over where it landed. And, okay, and put it on there. There we go. See, her face is already dry. Well, it's not wet looking right now. It's fine. So, we'll just keep going. Closed hands are so hard to do because you got to get in there. And it's hard to get in there. Bella's hand was hard to paint because it was bent like this. So this is going to be fun. I'll probably spend a lot of time on her wrinkly hand here and probably on her face because of the way it looks. I can tell that it's going to be a lot harder to do. Alright. And if your hand gets tired, you can use I have big old paintbrushes, that I can put inside the limb to hold it. I don't know if you just heard that, but that's Bear. He is sleeping, and Ariel walked over by him, and he's like a grumpy old man.
Actually, Emma went up to pet him.
Oh, Emma did?
Yeah. She just went up to pet him, and he went.
And that's one of the reasons we named him that, is because he has that like little growl, like a bear. So that's why we named him that.
He really does sound like a bear.
Yeah. He's cute. And he'll sit down there. Both dogs are down here with us because we're all downstairs.
Yep. Except for Dad.
And they like to sit in my... Bear likes to lay in the nursery here. And Belle likes to lay on the concrete because it's nice and cool. But usually if it's just me down here and Ariel isn't here, they're both right by my feet all the time. So cute. Alright, so let's get into the crevices here and try to make sure that that does not I got a fuzz. And get the fuzz off. I can grab it. Yep, there we go. I think that's going to be good. And if I need to do, if I feel like I need to do another one, I can. I don't think so, though. I think I'm putting enough on it this time that I don't think I need to.
Sorry.
Do that.
Sorry.
Alright. Put that one down. And look at how big her hand is. Look at that. There's my hand. Look at that. See how wrinkly my hands are? That's, that's the way hers are. This is so funny. I'm going to use the other sponge for this last hand. And we'll be done for the day. And we will be back with the next video of starting the first layer. And I'm going to look up in my notes for the last couple of tutorials that I've watched and to see which way I'm going to go about it. I think I'm going to put the first layer of flesh color on here, and I have different colors where I'm trying to go like with a reddish peachy kind of undertone. I'm probably going to use that let's see what color is that. I've got a marked. This looks like the closest I found to the Flesh 08. I've got that one, and I've got, that's white. I want white. This is a pink, peachy, pinky color, and I use it for the nails. But that's not really my skin color. Let me see. Here's a flesh tan color. That's more of a greenish tint to it. I don't like that one. So I may have to has what's that? Orca. That's yellow. Oh, here it is. This is an 07. Looks like the 07 color. I kind of matched. So this is kind of darker. I probably won't use this one, but I will probably use this one. It's more my color. The flesh. It would have been the flesh 08 color. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to see what it looks like. I have a practice limb that I will mix. I will mix the color up and try it on that limb and see what it looks like before I put it on this one. And if I like the way the color looks, then I will use it on this one. And that'll be fun. Yes, you start them all out the same way. You put the, I use acrylic, so I don't know about heat set paints, but I'm sure that you have to put, you just don't start painting with the color. I'm sure there's some kind of base coat that you put on. And that's what I'm doing as a base. Oh, this is a pre-base. So the paint will stick. So, anyways. Okay, guys, I think that is it for this video. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below on how I'm doing this or whatever, you know. You can ask me a question or whatever you want, and I can try to help you out. If you want to try doing this yourself, it's kind of scary, but it's not scary, guys. It's once you've watched a couple of videos, just get a kit. One of the Bountiful Baby kits when they're on sale. I mean, I've got a couple of those I bought when I first was doing this for 17 bucks, and just practice on those, and it actually came out really good for my first little while, you know. I did pretty good, but I watched a ton of videos prior to even doing it. I was always watching videos. Alright, I think that's it. That's going to dry. Okay, guys, I believe that is it. I only have what was left in that little bottle left, just a tad bit. I might be able to stick it back in there, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll just go up and wash this off and throw my first bottle away. Awesome. And I got this one ready to go. So, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Any comments, make sure you leave a comment below, and I'll try to help you if I can. And I'll see you all again in the next one.